What's going on, people? It's your boy Wanzo coming back to you with another video. Guys, yesterday I made a video, talking about the Baikal Giant N, and I had mentioned that I wanted to make a video, targeting, the decibels, the noise level of these miners, okay, and that maybe we can equate them to something. So, just a second. I had to turn down my fan. It was too loud. Speaking of noise level, yeah, I wanted to make this video kind of touching base on, how loud are these numbers? I mean, we all see these numbers here, 70 dB, 65 dB, 70, 65, yada, 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 all the way down as high as 85, I think is the highest. Yeah, I think 85 is the highest, and like the lowest is something like around 45. There might even be like a 40, I think I saw. No, there's a 48. So yeah, I kind of want to touch base to see how loud that is, and maybe we can find equivalents to how loud is 70 dB, how loud is 75 dB, and maybe we can shed some light on this. Because everybody always says, man, those fucking things are loud, wicked loud. Okay, well, wicked loud could be different to you and me. I mean, it might be wicked loud to you, but to me it's loud, but it's not wicked loud. You know what I mean? So let's try to figure some of these out. Okay, let's see. Let's start with 40 decibels because I mean that's the lowest. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go down to 10 decibels is barely audible, comparable to breathing. 20 decibels is like whispering or rustling leaves. 30 decibels is 1/16th as loud as 70 dB, very quiet, so it's like a quiet rural area. 40 decibel is 1/8 as loud as 70 dB. Okay, so you can equate 40 decibels to maybe a library or bird calls, which are about 44 decibels, and the lowest limit of urban ambient sound. So it's pretty quiet, still. So if you end up buying, where the hell is that, 40 Bitmain Antminer SL, S7LN, then, you'll be losing money, but at least it's quiet, So, let me see, 50 decibels is 1/4 as loud as 70 decibels. Okay, so now we're closing in on that gap. And it's equal to a quiet suburb or, quiet conversation at home. So if you're having a conversation at home, or a large electrical transformer at 100 feet. So if you're 100 feet away from one of these large transformers, it'll be around 50 decibels, okay? And see, what is 50 decibels? Is there any here that are 50 dB, any popular ones? Okay, well, we have this one here at 48, Asic Miner 8 Nano, whatever. That's a new one that just kind of appeared out of nowhere. And, let's see, anything else? No, not really. Everything's 70s and 80s. So we'll keep going. All right, so 60 decibels is half as loud as 70 dB, but still considered to be fairly quiet. Okay, so it's conversation in a restaurant or office background music or air conditioning unit at 100 feet. So an air conditioner running at 100 feet is about 60 decibels, okay? And now that we're really getting into like the nitty gritty here, the Baikal Giant N runs at about 60 decibels. And let me see if there anything else here. Here we got this one here, Asic Miner 48 terahash. It runs at about 55 dB. And we also have this old Bitmain R4, 52 decibels. So yeah, there's, mainly the older ones were a lot more quiet. but since they've increased in power, it's almost, you got to put in stronger fans, and they're just going to be louder, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is. So 70 decibels is equal to arbitrary bass comparison. Upper 70s are annoyingly loud to some people, okay? So a passenger car at 65, about 25 feet away, is equal to about 77 decibels. A freeway at 50 feet from pavement, edge at 10 a.m. is about 76 decibels. Loud living room music is about 76. Radio or TV, audio, vacuum cleaner is about 70 decibels. So now we're getting into like the nitty gritty here. The Halong, the B29, the Decred miner. We have the the Saya, the B52. We have the Bitmain G2. We have the Pancheck WX6, and we have the Antminer A3, which is about 76. So 76, that's equal to, because that's a real popular one, that's equal to about living room music. Okay, living room music is equal to about what that the A3 runs at. Okay, so just to kind of you get an idea of how loud these machines are. Okay, whether you can handle it or whether you can't handle it, or it's suitable for your living conditions or not. Okay, so 80 decibels. Okay, now we're getting into like the real thick shit here. Is twice as loud as 70 decibels. Okay, and can possibly cause damage within 8 hours of exposure. So that's really loud. In 8 hours, I mean, you could probably end up with, possibly permanent damage. It is also equal to a garbage truck, a garbage disposal, dishwasher, average factory freight train at 15 meters, a car wash at 15 meters, okay, or a car wash at 20 feet, which is about 89 decibels, okay. So that right there is louder than pretty much any of these miners, okay, because I think the loudest one is about 85. Or you can have a propeller plane fly over at about 1,000 feet, okay, is about 88 decibels. Or a diesel truck going 40 miles an hour at 50 feet is about 84 decibels, okay. A diesel train at 45 miles per hour at 100 feet is about 83 decibels. A food blender is about 88 decibels. A milling machine is 85 dB. And the garbage disposal is about 80 decibels. So that right there has kind of given you a few examples of how loud is, 80 decibels plus, okay? You're going to get into like your garbage disposals, food blenders, which, are pretty loud, and shit like that. So that's giving you a comparison, okay? Let me see. So we have the InnoSilicon LTC Master. I made a video on that. That's 82 dB. Bitfury's B8 is 85. The LTC Master, the A4, is 80. And then we have the Antminer S9, 85. And then we have the other Antminers, also 85, 85, 85. So they're all 85. And iBlink, I don't know what that is, but, that's, 81 decibels. And, now we're getting into the crap, but yeah, so basically like an Antminer S9 is 85 dB. So that's like basically running a fucking blender nonstop, and if you have more than one, then, it's kind of double the power, triple the potency, and just keep stacking them on top of each other. Does it in general make it louder? I don't know. I mean, that's interesting, but yeah, you can just kind of get an idea on that. And if there was one, 90 dB is 4 times as loud as 70 decibels and likely damage in 8 hours of exposure. Okay, or it's comparable to a Boeing 737 or a DC-9 aircraft at 1 nautical mile, which is 6,080 feet before landing, 97 decibels. So that's pretty fucking loud. Or probably a motorcycle at 25 feet, which is 90 dB. So that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, this is a pretty interesting chart I found here. It's AIC Acoustics or industrialnoisecontrol.com. There's also another one here that I found, but it's noisehelp.com. I found this one to be a little bit, lackluster, I guess. It's not really as informative as the other one. So I ended up using this one instead of this one, but you can also go to check that one out if you want. And that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, we know that these machines, for the most part, they're loud, so we have to find accommodations, whether it's in your basement or whether it's in a warehouse, or maybe you have a garage, a separate garage from your house or something like that you can, have power sent to and shit. It depends, but if you're looking to, if you're looking to do this shit and, place one of these miners on your kitchen counter, like I said before, I mean, for the most part, they're, it's not really a good way to go. Or if you live in a small apartment, it's probably not a good idea, to be running one of these unless you end up going with, one of these really quiet ones, like a 48 decibels, which you probably wouldn't hear for the most part. 48 dB, what is that? Let me see. I forgot here. So it's like a quiet suburb or conversation at home at 50 decibels. So yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And hopefully this video was informative. I know I learned a little bit here. So anyways, have a good afternoon, guys. Peace.